So, we had question 1 to 11. Anyone need me to do number 1? Anyone need me to do number 2? Number 3? Number 4? Number 5? Number 6?
Can you do 6?
Number 6, right, okay, no bother. Right, okay, find a set of 3 numbers, right, for which the median is 15. So we have 3 numbers, the median is 15, the mean is 13. So the mean is 13. So the median is 15, the mean is 13, and the range is 12. Okay, right, this is actually trial and error, right? Okay, so you put, the only thing we're sure of is the middle number is 15. That's the only thing you can be sure of, right? Okay, then you want this number, take away this number to have a difference of 12. Now remember, they're in order. So this one is smaller than 15 and this one is bigger than 15, right? Okay, so you want to have a range of 12. So the difference between this number and this one has to be 12, right? Okay, so what I would suggest is, right, I would suggest it's trial and error. There's no method here. Well, there's an algebra one, but we're not going down that route. We're going to just do trial and error. So if I say this is 20 and this is 8, they have a difference of 12. They have to have a range of 12. So that means the biggest number take away the smallest number has to be 12. Okay, so I have this, both of these have been met. Let's check out and see, is there a mean of 13? So 8 plus 15 plus 20 divided by 3, that gives me 43 divided by 3. 43 divided by 3 is not 15. Okay, but I do know if they have a mean of 3, that means they add up to 39, don't they? Okay, because 3 by 13 is 39. So when I add them, I want 1 plus 2 plus 3, I want them to add up to 39. I know this one is 15, so that means these two must add to, what's that, 24? So they have to add to 24, and there has to be a difference of 12 between them. So they have to add to 24 and a difference of 12. So will I try 22 and 10? No, they have to add to 24. Oh, that's, how is, and they have to have a difference of 12. So 17, no, 19 and 5, no, they don't have a difference of 24. See what I'm doing? You have to, a difference of 12, 18 and 6, right? They add to 24 and have a difference of 12, don't they? So 6 plus 15 plus 18 add to 39, that's the answer. So the answer is 6 and 18, okay? And it's trial and error, girls, okay? You just have to keep playing around with them like I just did there. So you have, the only one you're sure of to start with is 15. Then you know that they must add to 39, right? Okay, and they have a range of 12. So that means the big one take away the small one is 12. Okay? Right? Trial and error though, to test stuff out, okay? Right? And that was number 6. Does anyone need me to do number 7? No?
Can you do number 7, please?
Number 7, yes, of course. Right, okay, so number 7. So number 7, the results of 24 children in a test are given in the group frequency table as shown. Okay, so there's 40 to 54, right? And there was 5. And then there was 55 to 69, there was 8. 70 to 84 was 7, and 85 to 99 was 4. Okay, so it says complete the table. So the first thing they want is the mid-interval value. I normally put it up on top, so I'll continue to put it up on top. So the mid-interval value, girls, is the value that's halfway in each interval. If you're not sure, add the first and the last and divide by 2. So 40 to 54 is hard enough to figure out, but if you add 40 and 54 you get 94. 94 divided by 2 is 47. So the mid-interval value there is 47. Okay, this one 55 to 69, add them and you'll get 124, and divide that by 2 and you'll get 62. Okay, this one 70 to 84, add them, you get 154, divided by 2 is 77. Okay, and this one 85 to 99, add them and divide by 2, so when you add them you get 194, 184 even, and when you divide by 2 you get 92. Okay, so there are your mid-interval values. Then it says estimate the mean. So remember, it's top multiplied by bottom. So the top is now the mid-interval value. So 47 multiplied by 5, add 62 multiplied by 8, add 77 multiplied by 7, add 92 multiplied by 4, divided by all the bottom line added up, which is 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4, into the calculator and press equals. And I'm not doing that sum in my head. Someone might shout out an answer at me, please. Anyone?
68.25.
Say that again.
68.25.
Lovely, thank you. 68.25. Okay, whoever asked me for that, is that okay? Right, I'll take that as a yes. Right, yeah, thank you. Number 8, anyone need me to do number 8?
Did you do number 8?
Yeah.
2.
Right, number 8, so right, number 8 is the table below shows the number of goals. So 1 goal was scored in 7 matches, 2 goals was also scored in 7 matches, and 3 goals was scored in X matches. They haven't told us. Okay, right, so it says find the modal number of goals. If the modal is 3, so that means the modal, the most common, right, if the mode was 3, that means 3 goals appeared most often, so that means X is the biggest number, so it's bigger than 7. Okay, find the smallest possible value of X. Well, we know it has to be bigger than 7, so the next number that's bigger than 7 is 8, isn't it? Okay, so for part 1, in order for the mode to be 3, the smallest possible number that could be is 8. Could be 9, could be 10, could be 11, could be 30, could be 500, we don't know, but they just said the smallest possible, so that's 8. Right, then part 2 says the median number of goals is 2. Right, okay, so find the largest possible value of X. So the median is the middle number. Okay, so the middle number is 2. Okay, so what do I want to find? The largest possible value of X. So you want the middle number to be in here, right? You want the middle number to be in here. Okay, so the 7 number ones, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want the 7 number 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's lots of number 3s. 1, 2, 3, okay? Right, we don't know how many 3s, so I'm going to put dot, dot, dot there. But if I cross 1 at the front, 1 at the end, 1 at the front, 1 at the end, 1 at the front, 1 at the end, keep going because I want the middle number to be in here somewhere. So I need a lot more 3s, don't I? So I need at least 7 3s, don't I, to cancel out all the 1s. So look, if I go 1 at the front, 1 at the end, 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 1 at the front, 1 at the end. I need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've put too many ones. Okay, there should only be 7 ones. Okay, now if I keep going, my median is definitely 2, isn't it? Okay, so but I want the largest possible value. So if I do another 3 and cross that, I do another 3, cross that, do another 3, cross them, do another 3, cross them, do another 3, cross them out, and then my median is 2. If I do another 3, cross it out, now my median is 2. Right, if I do another 3, I'm going to change the median. So that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, okay. Now that's a fierce funny question, girls. I wouldn't worry about it. But again, it's trial and error. It's checking it out. Okay? Is that alright? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't get stressed about that question, okay? That's a weird question, okay? But that's how you do it. It's trial and error, just checking it out. Okay? Does anyone need me to do number 9? No. Number 10? Anyone? Number 11?
Miss, can you do number 10, please?
I will, no bother. Right, so number 10 says, find the mean, correct to 1 decimal place, and the mode of the following set of numbers. So 34, 28, so mean, basically add them up. So you go 34 plus 28 plus 38 plus 19 plus 19 plus 21 plus 28 plus 19 plus 37 plus 36 plus 19, and then you divide by the number of numbers, right? Okay, so the number of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, divide by 11 into the calculator. Does anyone have an answer for me?
27.1.
27.1. Okay, great. Okay, and then it says mode, find the mode, right? Okay, so the mode is the number that appears most often in the list, right? So the number that appears most often in that list is 19, right? Okay, and then they say which one is better, right? Okay, so if you imagine these are a list of marks in a test or something, right? Okay, which one will give me more of an idea of where the middle is, right? The answer would be 27.1, wouldn't it? So I think the mean is the best, right? And the reason the mean is the best is because it's near the middle. 19 is the lowest number, so that's not really near the middle. So the mean is the best because it gives an idea of where the middle is, whereas the mode is the lowest number in this case, and that's not helpful. Okay? Then there's number 11. Does anyone need me to do number 11?
Yeah, can you do number 11?
You do number 11, yeah? Okay. So number 11, a sample of 10 measurements, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has, so you add them all up and you divide by 10. So when you add them all up and divide by 10, you get the mean is 15.7. Okay, so that means those 10 numbers added to 157. Would you agree? Total of 10 numbers, 157. Okay, so total of 10. Because you added them up, divided by 10, you got 15.7. So that means they must have added to 157. Okay, then they did 20 measurements. Okay, so, and this time they added them all up and divided by 20, right? Okay, and they got 143, so that means they must have added 286, because 286 divided by 20 is 14.3. Is that okay? Find the mean of all 30 measurements. So this is the first 10 added together. This is the another 20 added together. If you add them all together, you'll have 30. So that would be 6 and 7 is 13, 9 is 14. That's 443, and there was 30 of those. So divide by 30, and you get 43 goes once, goes, and 14 over 30 into that goes 3 times, and 23 over 230 goes 7 times, blah blah blah. Right, okay, am I right? Find correct to one decimal place. I'll have to go again. 400, look at the calculator here beside me. Why am I torturing myself? So 443 divided by 30 equals 14.76, right? Okay, so 14.76 recurring, okay, but they said rounded to one place of decimals, so that would be 14.8. Is that okay? Right, so the first 10 added to 157, the next 20 added to 286, so the whole lot must have added to 443, and if you divide that by 30 and round it up to one place of decimals, that's what you get. Right? Any questions? Are we okay? Right, guys, that's the second statistics chapter, okay? Right, so there's a third statistics chapter, so I'm doing all three together, and I'll give you a test on all three at the end, because there's no point in testing you on one chapter or whatever, because they all get mixed in together, okay? So the next chapter, guys, is chapter 13, and it's statistics 3, it's presenting data. Can I rub this off? Going on. Okay, so it's presenting data, guys. It's basically just graphs and stuff. Okay, so it's not a bad chapter. Okay, so this is for your notes copy. Okay, so the first type of chart we're going to revise is a line plot. Okay, so say I went around the class and I said, what's your favourite colour? And one person said pink, and the next person said pink, and the next person said red, and then the next person was a blue, and the next person was a red again, and the next person was red, and then we had another pink, and then we had a red, and then we had another red, and then we had a blue. Okay, so plot these on a line plot. Now a line plot is exactly what it says in the tin, guys. It's a line. Okay, so there's no axis, there's no like y-axis going up. It's just a horizontal line. So you do a section there for pink, you do a section for red, and you do a section for blue. Okay, and you count the pinks. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 3 pinks. So I put, you can use X's or dots. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 pinks. Then count the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. Okay, and then the blues, there's 1, 2, there's 2 blues, so 2 blues. Okay, and when you're doing it, try and make sure that your X's are always spread out the same, if you know what I mean. Right, that you don't do 3 X's and then do 4 X's in the same space, if you know what I mean. Right, make sure they're spread out evenly. Okay, and straight away you can see the mode is red because it's a number that, or the the value that appears most often, so red is the most often one. So line plots, I don't think I've anything else to say about line plots. As anyone, we're okay with them? Right, so there's just a line, that's all there is. There's no other axis, it's just a line going across. Okay, so you would have done those in primary school and in first year, so we don't need to say too much about those. Agreed? Are we okay? Yeah, say you're not okay if I do stuff and you don't get it, because I'm talking to a screen, so, and the screen doesn't talk back, so unless you shout at me, I'll never know. Right? The next thing I want to talk about is a bar chart. Okay? So the same piece of information, right? Okay, so for a bar chart, right, there's actually numbers up the side. So if I do pink, there's 3 pink, there's 2 red, and there's 5 red, and there's 2 blue. Okay, so for a bar chart, girls, we have numbers up the side, so you count up the side. So I have to count up to 5. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, everything is evenly spaced. And then down here, you give a bar for pink, you give a bar for red, and you give a bar for blue. Now, it's important, girls, that the width of your bars is the same. Okay, so you should measure it out. Okay, so it's important that the width, so you'll be doing this on boxy paper anyway, so that you make everything 1 box, or you make everything 2 boxes, or whatever. Okay, it's important the bars have the same width, because if you don't make them the same width, you're not giving them equal importance. Okay, so pink goes up to 3. Okay, red goes up to 5, and you use a ruler, do as I say, not as I do, and blue goes up to 2. Okay, so there's my bar chart. Right, you're allowed spaces between them, just make sure the spaces are equal. So you're allowed spaces. Why am I saying that? Because we're going to come on to histograms in a while, and you won't be allowed spaces. So you're allowed spaces, and bars are the same width. And another thing is you need to count up the side. For example, I've seen people do bar charts with 3, 5, 2, something like that. Okay, you can all see that that's crazy wrong, and I need to rub it out. Oh, sorry, you can't, because you can't see it. Do you know, instead of counting up the side, they've done 3, 5, 2, right, because there was a 3 first, then a 5, then a 2. I have to rub it out quick before anyone sees. That's just crazy. Right, okay, we're all alright with bar charts, I'd say. Right, again, it's revision, girls, from primary school, so I think the best way to revise these is just to do a couple of them. So I'm going to ask you to do page 299. If you do to 300, I won't give you too many, because 3, 4, they don't ask you to draw any, right? They just ask you to ask questions or answer questions. So page 299 to 300, numbers 3, 4, and 5 for tomorrow, please. Right? So once you're finished writing there, you can head off, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. And again,